As a black man, an African man in diaspora, it's so sad for me to see how we black people are treated all around the world. We are being abused, humiliated, and killed everywhere we go. This is not happening only in America, in Europe, in Asia. Everywhere we go, we are being treated very badly. And I hear a lot of people saying, come back home. Black people should come back home to Africa. Black people should come back home to Africa. It's a good thing to say, but the reality is there's something wrong with that statement. What you're trying to say is that black people have no right to be in America, in China, in Europe, or anywhere else on this planet except Africa. That a white man, an Indian, or a Chinese can go to anywhere on this planet. They can even come to Africa. And we treat them good. We treat them better than we treat our own people. But we have no right to go anywhere else. We have no right to go to Europe. We have no right to be in America. We have no right to be in Asia. That's what's wrong with that statement. I stayed in Wuhan, China for 6 good years. And I faced racism and discrimination pretty much every day. And after my 6 years there, I decided to go back home. But right at the airport, I realized how my own people, my own black people, treated the white man, the Chinese, the Indian man better than myself. My own people were talking to me anyhow, but they treated the white man, the Chinese, with respect. It's so sad how we are treated like trash in diaspora, but we come back home and we receive the same treatment on our own land. We treat foreigners like kings, but they treat us like garbage.
You don't care.
I don't belong to here. I don't like here, like a monkey people. I don't like talk with them. Smell is bad, and poor, and foolish, and black. Who like them?
My friends and I have been asked to leave this Chinese establishment, a restaurant too, simply because we are black. In Nigeria!
The Chinese are humiliating black people. They are maltreating black people. They are even killing black people on our own soil. And our leaders are doing nothing. A typical example is the case of Aisha Huang in Ghana. This lady killed our people, stole our gold, destroyed our land, but was allowed to go scot-free by our corrupt politicians. Let's take a look at what's going on in Zambia, how the Chinese are discriminating against the Zambian people. They are not allowing them into their restaurant, their supermarkets. They are locking Africans in their factories and forcing them to work. And when the mayor of Lusaka stood up and started fighting for his people, shutting all these places down, telling them to do the right thing, he was silenced by people in high places, corrupt leaders in high places. He was forced to apologize. Just take a look at this.
This is listen, Mwebe, this is slavery. We will not allow these people live and work in Lusaka. They have called me, they have sent me messages, they have been held hostage here for 2 months. That if you go home, you go and get coronavirus from your wives and your children and the compound and bring it here. Us, we are good. Them, they go home. All the Chinese, they go home and they come. So, coronavirus was started in Zambia. So tell them they should stop that nonsense, not in Lusaka. They should stop that nonsense and they should tell his bosses.
By some of our officials who have unilaterally gone to business places and declared that they have closed those businesses, they have withdrawn licenses and so forth and so on. That is a very regrettable situation, which I want to say here must never be repeated. And I'm sending this message to all my councils, 116 councils in this country, that we must be orderly.
They demanded that I render an apology. I therefore sincerely apologize to all the Chinese people. My calling is to respect all human beings, be it in deed or speech, regardless of their race or nationality.
It's so sad. How is this even possible? They allow the Chinese to control all the affairs in our country. Our leaders are so corrupt that they're allowing the Chinese to infiltrate our police department. Right now, looking at everything that's happening around the world, and how China has taken over Africa, and how the Chinese are maltreating Africans on our own soil, how they are disrespecting us on our own soil. I even want to ask myself, is Africa even really safe? It's about time our leaders stop the petty politics. It's about time our leaders stop borrowing from the Chinese. It's about time our leaders put the African people first before it's too late. Because if we don't rise up, if we don't do something, in a few years, we're gonna be in chains. We're gonna go back to slavery. Rise up, Africa. Shalom.